Hello there. Made it to the top of the hill again, and I'm sitting on the bench here, and I'm thankful for the energy and also the flame of Prometheus that burns in my heart that carries me forward, because I really needed it today to get up to this hill. It feels like it was hotter than the last time I hiked, or it might be around the same. I think it's in the 90s. I think the high today over here where I live is 94. So it's not excruciatingly exhausting and painful like the day that I told you about in the first vlog video, where I talked about coming near heat stroke. I was suffering. I think I was suffering from heat exhaustion. I think that's probably the most accurately way to describe it, where you see colors and you're about to pass out. And luckily I didn't pass out, because you pass out here, you're just going to cook in the sun. And I've seen a few people out here today. It's different than Monday when I came out here. Today is Wednesday, 4th of June, the year of our Lord 2025. And yeah, Monday there was no one out here, not one single soul. And today I've seen maybe 4 people hiking and a couple of people on bikes. So people are trying to get their exercise in before it gets too hot out here. For me, I like when it gets too hot. I like when there's no one out here. I prefer to have these desert hills all to myself, so that I can connect to the ancient ones, the voices of the ancient. And that reminds me, I watched a film on Sunday, called Bring Her Back, A24 horror movie. I'll have to say, I'll try not to spoil anything, because I don't enjoy spoiling things. I don't like when people are when people are going through the movies and they just spoil it. If you're watching a podcast, or even in real life, your friends or family, they start talking about a film, they know you haven't seen it, and they have to tell you everything about it. And then it's like, well, now I don't have to go see it. Thanks for saving me from having to go pay money to see the movie, which I really wanted to do. But yeah, Bring Her Back. My favorite character, hands down, is Ollie. You'll see why if you ever watch that film. It's a beautiful film. I think it had a great story. My only issue with it was the way that it was shot. It felt a little closed in, or maybe like the camera was zoomed in a little too much, which works for certain instances or certain types of films. But in this case, I wanted to see more of the world that surrounded the characters. It felt really closed in. I guess maybe the setting of the film also made it feel closed in, because it kind of takes place in a woodsy area. So I have a lot of questions, which is a good thing, I think. A lot of questions with the film. It's not that nothing made sense, or that it's not that anything, how could I phrase that? It's not that anything didn't make sense. The story was, and the characters were fleshed out pretty well. It's that there's a mystery in this film. And like I said, I don't want to spoil any of that for you. You'll see what I'm talking about when you see it. There's a little mystery in there, and you're thinking, man, I want to know where that came from. But that's a good thing when a film does that. If you see me in a paranoid state looking around, it's because I've seen those 4 or 5 people out here, and I don't want them to catch me filming, because you walk by a guy filming, he's got his phone. I'm holding my phone up to my face right now. I need to get a drone that just follows me around. That'd be way cooler. So I don't have to look like a idiot holding the cell phone up. I guess everybody's doing that these days, so it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't look as dumb when more and more people are doing it, I guess. But I feel like I always feel like a person's troll nature will be activated, and they'll try to come interrupt my video, then I'll have to embarrass them or get in a fight with them. Who knows what would happen. I might have to throw them off of this cliff right here. You see that? Look at that rabbit. I hope I caught that. Yeah, you come out here and interrupt my video, you're going right off the edge right here. And you'll survive. You'll just feel really embarrassed. Because first I'm going to pants you, then push you, and you're going to trip and you're going to fall down the hill. Of course, many of you out there that know me, you know that I would absolutely do something like that if I was interrupted. That's what I fear. That's why I'm paranoid. I'm like scared someone's going to interrupt my video. I'm scared because I don't want to throw somebody off the cliff. An interesting thing happened for my last vlog that I recorded. I didn't know that it was recording through the USB microphone here because I had this earbud in. I have it plugged into my phone, and I just had that plugged in there in my ear. I just left it in there because I was listening to a podcast beforehand. And when I recorded, I was pleasantly surprised. Forgive my heavy breathing. I was pleasantly surprised that I didn't really hear much wind. So I'm like, oh, it recorded through the little microphone. So a little happy accident, as Bob Ross would say. There's the edge. There's the little town. Over there, it's mostly oil fields. The trees you see over here are just a neighborhood. Just one little neighborhood, and then the bigger city is beyond that. City of Compton, where we keep it rocking. It's not Compton, it's Bakersfield, California. I just seen a news article where Ethan Hawke, the great actor Ethan Hawke, came to Bakersfield, and he's working on a documentary about Merle Haggard. So Merle's one of my most favorite country artists, and it's cool because he's from where I'm from, which is pretty cool and interesting. And Ethan's working on a documentary here, so I'm looking forward to that. Shout outs to Ethan Hawke and wait, who's his wife? Kara Sedgwick, or is that Kevin Bacon? I always mix Kevin Bacon and Ethan Hawke together, and it's funny. They were in that End of the World movie on Netflix. I can't remember the title, but finally they were together in a film. Sort of. They weren't really together. They just crossed paths in it. Yeah, who is Ethan Hawke's wife, famous wife? For the life of me, I can't remember, but they have a daughter named Maya Hawke, who was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a great Quentin Tarantino film, and she was also in Stranger Things. So she's a good actress. She's good. And how could she not be with the great parents that she has? Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. It looks like there's somebody out here in a vehicle, SUV. They might be up to no good. It looks like they might be stripping it or getting ready to light it on fire or something. Hopefully not. But I'm gonna put this down so that they don't think I'm filming them. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Please help me out. Subscribe, comment, so you can help these videos out for me. If you would like to do me a favor, that would really help. Goodbye. See you next time.